Hi everyone, this is Tanmayi from CAAPID Simplified. All the students who are in the process knows how important volunteering and shadowing is. But just to reiterate, let me tell you what should be the key aims of volunteering and shadowing opportunities are. I am no expert, and I'll just be telling you from my experience and what I know and what advices I received from many of my seniors and peers. So firstly, don't just do any volunteering or shadowing opportunity just for the application process or just to count the number of hours. Uh, you are in this process because you really want to be a dentist in a different country. You came a long way and you're going to go a long way. So keep that in mind and don't take these opportunities very light. Keep your focus on them and do go every time whenever there's an opportunity and show them that you're really committed towards it. And because there are many things which you will be learning, all the skills you will be learning only when you have a first-hand experience. So let's just say if you're volunteering and shadowing at any dentist in your areas, you'll be knowing how to use Axiom, how to use electronic health records, how's the insurance process in this country, and also most importantly, how different is communication with the patients. The patients some days might be anxious, might be scared, and you might also need to deal with geriatric and pediatric patients as well. So only when you are in that situation, you will be knowing what are the key uh, concepts, what the dentist is using and how are the patients responding to those. Only when you see them directly, you can pick up those skills. No one can teach those. So it's good if you have those experiences before joining dental school. And also it is equally important to know how to communicate with your peers and also dental assistant and hygienist and also other staff in your dental clinic. It's not just with the patients, but you should also be effective in communicating with all of them. And all these things you'll be learning all those things only when you're there and when you are been in that situation and having daily rapport with all of them. And to my surprise, when I shadowed a dentist in my area, I happened to see a procedure in general anesthesia as well. Back in my home country, general anesthesia procedures were not generally done in any regular clinics, but I saw one in a regular clinic on any other day. So one thing which I received from my local dentist and advice from him is always keep a journal or note of what your experiences are and what you saw on that day and how was the procedure done. Was there any complications? How the dentist or the dental assistant address the patient? What are the patient's problems? Try to keep a small journal of what your findings are, even when you go and volunteer or shadow there. That way, as days progress and when you're doing your SOP or when you're putting your application together, all that journal will be really helpful so that you can recollect all your past experiences and memories and you can really incorporate in your application. And I always tell that it's really beneficial if you can come up with your own personal, genuine stories. And how does the stories come? Obviously, you have to go there, volunteer, and shadow. So it has to start somewhere, and these opportunities are one such. So don't just do all these things just for the application process, but do those because you will be learning many soft skills as well. And next, any opportunity is great, and try to find and look up for the opportunities which you are really interested in and would love to work on. Only then you will be motivated enough to go and work, because volunteering is something which should you're not being paid, so you should have some driving force to go there and do that service to the community. So try to find those uh, projects or the things going on in the community where you're really passionate about. A few things where you can find these opportunities are hospitals, health departments, colleges, universities, non-profit organizations, and you can also reach out to some federally qualified health centers as well. And please do not hesitate in asking any questions to the dentist whom you're shadowing it, because only when you show your interest, when you are really committed, then the dentist can observe that in you, and they'll be coming forward to explain the procedures to you. The dentists are really busy. They'll be on a tight schedule where they have to see many patients. But when you show your interest towards the procedure, they'll be willing to help you in making things better to you. And only when the dentist really sees that zeal and enthusiasm in you, he can write a very great letter of recommendation. If we ask any dentist, and if you're good enough, they will write a letter of recommendation for you, but that won't be good enough. So if you are really keen, if you're really interested and persistent and committed, and if you have shown them that how good professional you are, they'll be writing above and beyond about you. That really carries a great weightage in your application process. And one more thing about this shadowing and volunteering opportunities is networking is the key. I could not stress how important networking is, and it should always start from some point, and volunteering and shadowing is one of the very best opportunities to start networking. And who knows, someday you might, someone whom you know will be helping you in getting you a job offer after you finish your DDS. Then that will be a sheer luck, and that happens only if you have good network. So because of the pandemic, everything is virtual, and it is hard to go out and involve in volunteering and shadowing opportunities. So don't get tensed if you're unable to find any of those, and if you're unable to participate in those, because all the universities do acknowledge the pandemic, and they really understand that in this cycle, upcoming students might have limited or none of the volunteering and shadowing experiences. Don't just think that it might be a drawback for your application, but try to come up with some strengths even during this time. So one such opportunity is try to do some virtual volunteering. And one such site is also which I mentioned it last time, which is Volunteer Match. So try to go there, see virtual opportunities, associate with them, and do them virtually. Do some literature reviews for few organizations if they're interested in pursuing any research projects, and also come up with and also do some internships, and attend some online CE courses. Try to build up your CE credits. And one of the very best thing which I can advise all of you is every local health department is trying to reduce COVID in their respective areas. So there are many contact tracing opportunities. Do reach out to your local health departments and ask them, explain to them that you have a degree in health and you are really interested in volunteering, and ask them if there are any available opportunities, and you're more than willing to contribute to the community. That way, you can also help the community during this tough times, and that will also be helpful in your application as well. And I couldn't reiterate more. Be careful, wear mask, and maintain social distancing as well. Good luck. Thank you.